What's up, YouTube? You know, it's Lil Sims back with another one. But let me introduce myself since y'all don't know me. So, my name is Lil Sims. And hope everybody having a wonderful night tonight. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to record. But, you know what I'm saying? I just really just wanted to talk about some things, you know, my life and stuff. So let me turn down this video real quick, 'cause it's loud. I can't even hear myself talk. We got a little Chance on the bottom. We in my room right now. Look at little Chan. What up, little Chan? He right there. Yeah, I was just about to go to sleep, but I just had something to say. So, like, really, you know, let's just talk about life, you know what I'm saying? Life is a wonderful thing. Life is something that, you know, we all are in, and that we're all trying to figure out what it's about, what's the meaning, and, you know, how to live it. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, this little hoodie hard. You know what I'm saying? My mama got this for me. I appreciate it. Birthday coming up in a few weeks, but you know what I'm saying? If I got something to give me, I had, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna be talking about life today. And then I'm gonna talk about my life as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young individual. I am gonna be a sophomore this year. You know what I'm saying? Doing, you know, a lot of stuff. Playing football, got baseball too as well on the other side. You know, just a lot of stuff going on with me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we gonna get through it. Still trying to develop myself from all these injuries that I had, because the only injury I really had was just on my left ankle. And, you know, that really just took a toll on me, because I couldn't even play my best during my season. You know, it hurts. But, you know, sometimes God has to put you down for a second and just make you look, you know, really just realize, like, you know, just chill for a minute. Because I feel like God, he really just made me, like, just really just stop playing. You know, he's, you know, really just snatched me away from all my, you know, sports and stuff and everything that I was doing. Because, you know, I am a hard worker. But still, during that time when I was trying to, you know, do this, because, like, you know, do different stuff, like, because I used to be selling snacks, and I still do to this day. You know what I'm saying? Then I resell clothes. I might resell this hoodie too as well. I just like to resell stuff. I got Dementir, I got everything. Hoodies, clothes, shoes, you know what I'm saying? Tune into the Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Poshmark, Depop, What's Not, yeah, you know, everything. But, yeah, he just really just sat me down, just to, you know, focus on simple things in life. Because, like, you know, I really doing a lot. I was doing a lot wrong. I was really just, you know, I didn't have my head on straight. Certain things. I make a lot of money now. I'm not saying, like, you know, I was totally off. But, like, you know, I really didn't have a good discipline like how I used to back then when I was young. And let me tell you this, you know, let me just tell you a little quick story of what happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was big. I used to be fat. I used to be chubby. I used to be just out of shape. But, you know what I'm saying? I really just was you know, looking at videos to keep me in shape and stuff. And this was like me when I was like 12 years old in 7th grade or 8th grade. And so, like, I really just, you know, made a decision to myself, like, you know, I might as well just work out. And so I really just stayed on that routine, working out every day. Coming from school, I used to do like at least about 200 push-ups a day. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole entire day. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be real disciplined back then. I did it for like, you know, all that workout schedule and that routine. I did it for at least about like a few months, like 6 months or 5 or 4. I really don't remember. But I knew I was working my butt off like a mud. But like, man, I was doing so much and I kind of miss it because like, you know what I'm saying? I was doing so good, but now I'm falling again. Like I'm falling, you know what I'm saying? I'm falling. But, you know, I'm still trying to balance everything out. Life's been really great though, I ain't gonna care. It's been great like always, you know, bad stuff, good stuff. I'm just glad to have something going on in my life than nothing. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you know, tonight I really just wanted to share to y'all. And I'm really just trying to, you know, blow up my YouTube channel. Because like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really just a guy. I'm gonna be for real with you, bro. Like, cause, you know, I don't like to lie in people's face. Personally, what I mean by that is like, I'm not gonna just be on here and just be like, you know, I'm just making money for. I'm just trying to show y'all stuff improve, like, or just tell you something bad about yourself that you don't want to hear. Cause I'm being for real, like, I could say 1,000 things that might hurt your feelings, but it's up to you to just really use that, you know, use all those words and things that I said and create it for better. Because, you know what I'm saying, like, I know most kids my age, because I'm 14, by the way, but most kids my age, you know what I'm saying, they don't have no money. They don't have nothing going on in life. They don't know what they want to be in life. You know, you're still a kid, so you really don't know. But, you know, you need to find something while you're in high school, you know what I'm saying? You know, things might not be right at home or just really just anything going on mentally. And they might have bad habits, you know? And bad habits are things that you gotta cut out while you're young. I'm being for real. You don't want to be like me, you know what I'm saying? Because I had bad habits as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just something I don't want to talk about. But it's just some things that really just made me really just kind of lost my focus with a lot of things, like not just life, but just like really just basic things like being with my family and just taking time. It wasn't depression, but it was like mentally unstable. But I'm trying to get myself right. I'm still mentally unstable, but I'm trying to get myself right. You know, we all fall. We all fall, you know what I'm saying? But we all get back up. Only if you want to. And that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm here to tell you today. Because life is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Everybody's going to have hard days. But you got to have the mindset. My AirPod almost died. But you got to have the mindset, and you got to have But you gotta have the mindset to actually do what you want to do. Because God, He brings the idea and goal or whatever, you know, that comes to your mind. Not everything, but most things that you desire. You know, I understand. But, yeah, and just, you really just need to take time in doing what you want to do. Especially while you're young. I'm 14. And I made a lot of money. Not even just money, but I made myself, like, really at a pedestal. Like, I'm higher than everybody else. Not, you know, I'm not at the place that I really want to be at. But I'm taking time with life. I'm going through it. And I'm really just trying to just do whatever I need to do to keep building up to my goal. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't gonna talk for a long time, but excuse me, but we gotta make these minutes. We gotta run these minutes. But you can really believe, you know what I'm saying? You could pray every day that this happens. You could believe that this thing gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen. And you know why? Because you have to make it happen. You have to make it happen. And this is something for myself too. Because some days I be off, some days I be on. Like posting on Depop or Poshmark or Mercari or whatever site I'm reselling on. Like, I really just have to, you know, and not just me, but you. Like, instead of just saying, oh, God got me, or, you know, God, he'll bring it to me someday. God will. He will give it to you. But you have to really just do it yourself. You gotta, you know, God give you, the only way you're gonna get it is if you believe and do it. Never, if you say, oh, I'm gonna read a book today, or not even just a book, but oh, I'm just gonna, you know, make my bed in the morning. I'm gonna do something productive today. I'm gonna run a mile. You know, I'm just making up stuff. I'm gonna mow the grass. But you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say you're gonna do something and you don't do it. Like, you can't just do that. Because you're lying to yourself. And then, why would you, you know, say it if you're not gonna do it? Then you're gonna say tomorrow, oh, well, I can just, you know, I'm gonna try to do it today. You know what I'm saying? I was about to sneeze. But what I'm trying to say is that you have to physically do it and stop believing. It's time to do what you want to do. It's time to make something out of your life. Because if you don't want to make nothing out of your life, you can just sit back. Sit back while everybody else is going forward while you're still in the same place. And it's not even about being in the same place, but it's really about just making progress. You have to make progress in your life. You can't just sit around and wait for something to disappear. Nothing is going to appear if you don't do anything. Like me making money. I sell snacks. I resell clothes. I do this. I do that. I do everything. I do so many things I can tell you everything about me. But, you know, I ain't going to waste your time like that. But just know I'm a busy man. I'm a businessman. And, you know, there's some things where I wished I wish I had this. I wish I had that. You know, as a kid, you wish you had money. You wish you had toys, games, all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you wish you had a lot of things in life. You know, and I did pray. Yeah, I prayed. But then I had to think about it and just listen to other people, too. Because taking advice from other people is very good. But it depends on what advice it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be taking advice that just, that really just don't even make no sense to you. But I just had to realize in my life, like, so if I just start and do it and make progress every day, I can reach my goal closer and closer and closer and closer every step stool. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're walking up a mountain. You know what I'm saying? And your goal is right at the top of the mountain. But you got to make progress. You got to do it. You got to do something. You can't just sit back and wait. You got to go forward or this way, that way. But make sure you have a straight path of knowing where you're going. You know what I'm saying? But just do it. God gives you the mindset and the idea. And it's time for you to make it come to life. Make that dream a reality. Because it's up to you. It's your life. Nobody can control your life. Only if you let them. Personally. I'm just being for real. But yeah, I'm just happy I'm able to say stuff tonight. And I just wanted to share that message because it's been on my mind for a minute. And it's something for me too. I'm going to be watching my videos because sometimes you got to just look at yourself actually just talking. And not even just talking, but actually doing something. And that gives you motivation. Not even just motivation. But, you know what I'm saying? Imagine you were doing the thing that you love to do. Doing the thing that you know what I'm saying, that's productive, that's reaching your goal every day, and just seeing yourself doing it over and over and over and over again. That's gonna be, that's gonna make my day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm reaching my goal, I'm making progress, and I'm having fun doing it. So yeah, as a kid, you really just gotta make money. You don't have to, but I know I want to. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm just here to share this message. Because really, there's a lot of stuff that has been going on in my life, and it's really better just to express it to other people. And not just other people, just to express it out loud. Just get out your body. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got no script or nothing to writing this stuff down. It's just off the top of my head because, that's just how I think. But yeah, it's just a lot in life, but we're gonna make it. But we're gonna keep progressing every day. I'm gonna make a video every single night if I can. But if I cannot, I'll make sure to tell y'all about it. But I just want to end it on a good note. Thank y'all for watching. And, make sure y'all put some progress in y'all life of what y'all want to do. It doesn't matter what it is. Nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Nothing bad. But I'm just saying, make progress. Stop waiting and just do it. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.